Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my Series 6 UK Quad Challenge Let's Play. You'd think after 72 episodes I remember what I'm saying, but here we are. We're at Holbeach Factory, which has been, I think for me, the biggest challenge out of all of them, or certainly one of the most interesting so far. I mean, the new island challenge is a huge challenge. It's just like there's nowhere near enough money in our bank account to do a lot of it. And the Exeter one, well, you just kind of have to do what you need to do at the beginning and then just keep doing the local authority and fund new buildings just to get the actual town grows every day's down. There is not a massive amount to that one, especially in a game like this where it's vanilla. There's no city building script. But today we're going to rebuild East Inn, like I said last time. We're also going to do the new farm hub, and we're also going to do the steel mill hub round here. It's a lot, so let's get cracking. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the existing incoming lines. So we'll just cut it behind that train and that train. Well, on that line I should say, and just unpause the game. There we go. That should give us enough room to work with, I think. Whilst that's going on, we need to probably flatten this land around here a little bit. There we go. And you see all these little squares, that's where we've got land purchased, so hopefully we shouldn't really have any problems. We're going to build whilst paused. We've got the money to do that. And hopefully there's not many trains sat in these depots. There isn't trains sat in those depots. That's good. In the past we've had problems with trains been sitting in those depots. Now this depot here might get in the way. Our maximum spread for a station is 15, and we've got between this industry and that depot. Oh, that's 19 between those two. So that's not a problem. Okay, have all the trains gone? Yes. Pause the game. Right, I think we're not gonna get rid of East Inn completely because I want to keep all the orders to begin with. But we are going to get rid of all the tracks that lead into it. So we're just going to remove all of these, and there we go. Now the idea here is to have a more dedicated station, because this one, when we put it in, it did the job, and then it got too busy. But then we upgraded the tracks and put some efficiencies in, and now we're going to add a steel mill and a farm hub. It's going to get too busy again. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look over here, and we can see that on the this is Westin on this side, and there's a gap between these two stations. There doesn't really need to be. It does help with the depot placement, but we can probably work around that with some uppy downy bits. At the end you can have a row, and a row is preferred. To do a row you need a gap of 2. So what we need is a way for trains to get through here like this, with this corner. So we need to make sure that we've got enough room. We're not actually constructing this in monorail though. We're going to be constructing it in electric railway. So let's just remove that. And we've got what essentially is a long diagonal into a back piece, and the back piece would be along here. And then we've got a second one with a corner, and then that corner there. So you can see actually that fits in fine, and there's a bit of a gap there, so that's okay. That is where we can go in with those platforms. So speaking of platforms, let's remove some. So we go station, remove tool, and we're just going to get rid of most of that so that we've got something to work with. We're not going to get rid of all of it because I don't want to get rid of the station itself, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so over on this side we've got a 6-track and then some 4s, and we could probably do more. We've got 15 to work with in total, so I guess you could say that is just 3 5s, but I don't really want 3 5s. I want 4 lots of platforms. So So that is difficult. I don't know what to do about that. Let's have a look. So if we've got a length of 15, we can have a 4-track at one end. Get rid of that. Bit of planning, folks. That's what we're doing. We make sure we're going to get it right. 4-track at the other end. Now, if we do that, and we put some terminuses in, we've got room for a 2, 2, 2. What? Is that 3 there? And 4 here? It is, isn't it? Yeah, I should know that actually, because we did this somewhere else. Where did we do it? Here. So this is a 15-track station. I mean, with a 15-track station, you get 4, 4, 3, 4. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the same sort of thing. So, get rid of that. And that's the turnaround here for that station, for set of platforms. Hopefully we don't have to spread station it, but if we have to get it in where we want to, I will do. Also, we're going to change it to an ISR station. So ISR is the Industry Station Renewals. It's the mod that we added halfway through this series. If you go to the website and download the map to play this now, it's already included. So we're going to do a drop-off station, just like a general goods one. Heavy freight station, that seems appropriate. We're still doing 6 length. And we're going to start with a 4-track platform. There we go. Put it in the right orientation. And look, that does connect up to the factory. It does overlap. The catchment does. And if I press Control, it'll allow us to connect it to East Inn. And then we can remove these platforms out of the way. And we've preserved East Inn. So there is the coverage for East Inn. It does touch the factory. We don't need to do anything else. I would have liked this to put this further north a little bit, but I don't want to interrupt with this depot. And we've got room. We've got space here to work with. This line could get in the way a little bit, but we might just lower it, like the whole line. Just drop that line. We'll see. We'll see. So the first thing I'm going to do, I mean, this one is a 6-track version. We're doing a 4-platform version. I guess we'll do it like that. And there we go. There's our stuff going in. So going in, we just need a signal on the way in, just before each split. We'll put our double depots in. Double depots are in pretty much every situation better than just one depot. We'll get rid of the forbidden piece of track. I just call it that. It's not really forbidden. And then we'll do our 2 exits. Now, on the exits, we have to have a signal so that the each platform is considered a signal block. And there we go. We've got our 2 entrances and our 2 exits for those platforms. That can be hooked up to something. Then we're going to do the next set of platforms. So the next set of platforms actually look the same. They're just going to be set back further because these ones are going to be terminus. And if the terminus, we'll set them back. So we'll hold Control so that we can choose to connect to East Inn. We'll do a long section here, a short one there, and that is where we're going to do this style. We've done quite a few of this style in this series. And let's put the tunnel in. There we go. Now, just as I'm building this, I want to pause for just a quick moment because I'm looking at this and this video will go out on Saturday the 5th. So if you're watching it any time around that time, next Saturday on the 12th, we've got an OpenTTD viewers game. So it's going to happen at 10 o'clock UTC on Saturday the 12th of March 2022. If you want to come along and watch, we're starting from 10 o'clock UTC. If you want to take part, you need to come to my public Discord about half an hour before, where we're going to do registration. You will not be allowed to join partway through the game. So yeah, and information is also going to be posted on my social media and stuff. So come along to the Discord. There's an event in the Discord too about it all. If you want to watch or take part, be aware, at the time that this video is released, next week on the 12th, there is an OpenTTD event. And if you want to know more about my event and things, then just come along to the Discord. There's always people that are happy to help. Okay, so we need a length of 6 here before we merge. So this one's a little bit different in that here it's 2 separate lines coming in for 2 platforms each. Here you've got just 2 lines, one in, one out, but they utilize 4 platforms in a different way. Which one's more efficient? It's probably the Ro-Ro. Is it efficient by much? Probably not. Which is why these terminists are really nice. So that's 2. Now we're going to put our funny one in. We're going to put our 3 platformer. So our 3 platformer is going in like this. And for this one, we're just going to do 1 in, 1 out, with a crossover and a bonus platform. Why did I do it like that? I don't know why I did it like that. There we go. For this one, what I am going to do though is we need to consider the depots for here. So doing depots there works nicely, so that's good. But ideally we need depots here. So I think what we'll do is we'll bring this. I don't think we've got room for double depots here. We'll do depots after we've done the last set of platforms. So the last set of platforms is a 4-track like this, and it's junted out by 2, and we're gonna do it like this. So this is a standard sort of design that I would often potentially use, especially early game, apart from the fact we're going around a factory. There is a slight difference because we're going around a factory, but doing a design like this, have I got the right track orientation? Let's see. We're going in on the left by the looks of it. Okay. So maybe not. Yeah, this is in. That's out. I always get confused because I don't have a fixed way that I do it for the polarity of my railway lines. I chop and change between different ways of doing it, which obviously is not the best for remembering which way I'm doing it in which series. In some series, some sections of the network are the other way around. So this, we can actually do the upgraded version like that. We'll get 2 in, which will make it even better. There we go. Now the only problem here is that we're not going to be able to fit our depot in until there because of the factory. It would be nice if that factory just shut down and went away, but never mind. Okay, signal there before the splits, signal before the depot, signal before the depot, and all that's good there, and signal before the depot. Okay, so I've just got to fix this. I think we've got room to fix it. Like, I think we can bring it out another one. So if we just put that on there, yeah, we have got room. We just need to modify that piece of track a little. There we go. Put the outs on there. And because this is now ins, it can be done slightly different. We don't need the signal on the front. This is quite a good station to show you the build of, because if you're interested in station designs, you've actually got like 3 different designs there, and one of them goes one way and one of them goes the other way as well. So you've got with the ins going at the top and it's looping around to the left, and then you've got the in coming around the bottom and it's looping around the other way to go out. And then we've got a 4-track terminus and a 3-track terminus. So that is quite interesting. The only thing we've got to do left is put the depots on this terminus, and I think what we're going to do... We're going to do double depots on the way in. So we're going to bring this out here. Like this. We're going to do it like that. We're going to change it to that. That's going to give us space to put double depots here. We'll remove that bit of track, signal before the depots, and then signal before the split. And then that bit there, we've got length 6, so we'll just pop a signal in there on the exit. Right, East Inn has been rebuilt, which is fantastic. That's good news, everyone. The bad news, everyone, is that now we've got to connect up these old lines with loads of trains sat on it. Whilst getting over this line, this pond's going to just have to go. There we go. Just flatten the land as much as possible. What we're going to do is, I don't know where it is, it's somewhere over here. But yeah, this steel mill hub, the new steel hub that we're going to do, we'll put it on the lowest one over here. The reason for that is that, well, it's down here, it's quite close to it. Now there is I said I was going to do a farm hub over here. I feel like that might be suited for going in the top. But that just leaves these middle platforms for all of these trains, which might be too much. So I think what we might do is this farm hub we will reroute so it joins up and uses the same line as the new farm hub, and then Thurston farm hub, or whatever it's called, can have this 4-track station to itself, and then I think, is that it in this area? They're the only hubs we've got going in? I don't know what this is. What's this? That's a farm hub. Where does it come in? Okay, so that's another farm hub, so it can have the 3-track. So let's do that one now. So this 3-track needs to get connected up to this track here. There's already a little down segment here for these long trains. So I feel like if we just unpause for just a moment, get that train out of the way. Come on. There we go. Now the only problem here is well, not the only problem. The problem we've got here now is we've got a build-up of trains. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to connect this station up, even though not all of these trains are going to be using it. There we go. Now I think these two have to have a crossover because of the way that I've done the rest of the track. Oh, no, didn't want that. Signal before. Not suitable for track. There we go. Yeah. That's got a spacing of 2 from my other Let's Play. Don't want a spacing of 2. We want a spacing of probably about 5 now we've got the money. There we go. Okay, so that's at least going to get these trains moving again. So let's connect up the bit of track that I cut off. We've still got a lot of jigging around to do today. We've already had like 20 minutes of the episode just building that. This is definitely going to be a 2-parter. Right, so this section here, we're going to take out a bit of track. And because these are long trains, I'm not that worried about the length of this tunnel that I'm putting in. And whilst we're going down, I guess we just stay down. It's neater, isn't it? There we go. Put that on there. Get a signal in. There we go. So once these trains have moved here, we'll be able to come out across this section and hook them up to the 3 tracker, which is this. There we go. Done. Well, not done, that train's in the way, but we need to unpause the game and let all of these trains start to filter through. And all we're going to do is just remove... We're not going to change any orders. We're not going to change any orders at all. We're just going to rename things and remove things. Not rename, sorry. Realign tracks and things. So this piece of track is eventually going to go away. You can see we've already got a train going into the new section of platforms there. We just need to add some more signals. So let's pop them in there. And there we go. So that's one set of tracks properly rerouted. These ones are rerouted temporarily just to keep things moving. Now one of those farms, this one, is going to have the next set of platforms. The problem is they share a line here, but they're not going to share a line in the future. This line that comes from this farm is going to go up to a new line that comes from this farm hub. No, not that's this farm hub, this farm hub. So probably after here, we will have some sort of diagonal that connects them roughly there. So this one, we can actually allow to go into that section either instead or as well. What is Wisbeach doing down here? It's just an iron ore mine. Okay, we can move and adjust those tunnels as required. So it's this one here. So this, what we'll do is we'll have a gap of at least 6, and then we'll bring them together with a little kink. There's nothing wrong with a little kink. And then ideally we don't want any tunnels here. Also, this piece of track is going to be going away. The only thing is we need to leave that one for the return trains for a little while. So that one we will connect up straight down here to there. To do that, we need to get rid of 4 bits of this one. Just bridge that and pop in more tunnels. See, lots of little tunnels like that is completely fine on a railway network because you can get the signals between. It's long tunnels which cause the problem. So this is going to be where the new line is. We're going to get rid of that piece of track so it doesn't matter we're crossing it. And then this tunnel here just seems a bit weird and offset, but I've noticed it's because of this town. So, I'm not quite sure. I guess... I mean, this track is going to be moved probably in the future. So if we just get rid of that, lower this. No, not lower that. Remove those 2 pieces and make that go up. Prioritize this line here. Then lower that piece here and put the tunnels in. There we go. That allows this to be connected up for now. And we'll improve it once we've done the other piece. Okay, so that's okay. It's not great, but that iron ore mine will survive. For now. And then this piece of track will connect up to here. And that will be the official one for that one. Now, I'm not going to connect it up just yet. Because we've got way too many trains just sat around here for now. What we're going to do is we're going to build the new line for the new hub. So this is the new farm hub. We'll put... I want to do a really nice grain loading station and stuff. Okay, we're going to do a 6-track station here at some point soon. And it's going to be sort of like there-ish. Okay, so what I'll do before we do too much more is I'll mark out where that's going to be. because I'm not interested in building the farm hub bit right at the minute. We're concentrating on the east in side of the east in upgrade today. And that is what that's going to look like for the exit of that station. So whenever that station goes in, probably next time, that's what that looks like. Then we have a runoff and a corner. Go to about there. This one we will do alongside it. And then they need to join up somehow. Oh, there we go. And so that's going to be the track that brings them out. The track that brings it in will need to be something like that. Ideally, it needs to be a little bit longer. No, that'll do. That'll do so that we can get past this town nicely. So there is the line from our new hub, farm hub, when we do it. This line is going to actually connect to these 4 platforms. So it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but it is going to do that. I'm not sure how we're going to do that without making a mess of what's already there. But I'm going to put a diagonal in there to help us get lined up correctly. And we're going to need, like I said, a diagonal up here connecting, so that this farm hub is connected. And we are just going to do a little... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Little tunnel? Is that what I'll do? I think a little tunnel will be best. Yeah, okay. We're going to do a little tunnel. We're going to get to about here. Didn't mean to do that. We'll do 6 length here and then wiggle ourselves in there. That's where it will join up. So we need signals on the connection there. That's where it splits. We need a signal there. Obviously, we'll put signals down the line. That is a nice, neat little junction that's going to merge those 2 sets. And then down here, we're going to do this. And we're going to disconnect that, because that's the old line up to the new line. How am I going to do this bit though? Like, I think I'm going to have to remerge them. So I think what we'll do is that there. We'll leave that split in, because at the moment we've got to get trains down here for now. But then that coming out here is where we'll connect to. And then I guess because we've got a gap for the exit, we may as well bring that down just a touch. Yeah. Yeah, that's how that's going to be. And then this return line. One of them's going to go to this farm, isn't it? Oh dear, this is difficult. I think if we remove the... No. I don't know. I don't know. This is just keeping the trains going, or you know, potentially keeping them going while doing this is a little bit of a nightmare, especially considering this is all just one station. I think what I'm going to do... Yeah. I'm going to unpause the game. I know what we're going to do. It helps that these are all going to the same station. Like, all these 4 different sets of platforms are the same thing. So what we're going to do is just remove that bit of track so that we're allowed to maneuver around with this bit. And as soon as this train's moved forward, we'll disconnect that, and we'll take the hit for now and put them like that. Okay, so that, have we got any more trains in these depots? We've got a few trains. They should come out quite soon. Now the problem here is, oh, hang on a second, I didn't realise this. Okay, so this underpass brings those trains round and through. That's not actually what we want. They're going to end up on the wrong line, although they can get back again. Okay, so it's this one we want to connect and not allow to continue. I think. I mean, it's both. It's both. Yes. Oh my goodness. Right, unpause. So the trains are going in there. Let's get some signals on this section of track now. There we go. And we get signals up to here because we've got a line crossing, which I don't think we need anymore, but we'll leave it for a little bit. Now, if we pause now, we can see we've got this train going back here, and it's going back to this, and it's using the new line. That is fantastic. The only problem with it using the new line is I haven't put many signals on it yet, so let's sort that out. Let's put signals on there, and I guess signals down here. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good. So it's starting to filter back out that way. All the returns are looking good. Now, no, I think I've done it. I think that's it. It looks a lot worse than it is because we've got some of the old return lines still in. But if I just pause a second, the entry line needs connecting for that hub, which is going to go along here through that depot. Okay, let's pause again because I'm pretty sure these depots are now empty. They are, so we can remove them. We'll get rid of those ones. Oh, there's a train in it. We'll also get rid of this turnaround. We don't need that anymore. Now, I'm pretty sure... Look, we've got a train using this under section here, so we will keep that just for a minute. Let's get the return lines, like the actual return lines in. That's not a return line, that's an entry line. So let's remove these signals up to here, put some new ones in. There we go. Right, this is getting better. It's going to get cleaner as I finish off these last bits. We've got trains coming in that station still. Once these last trains have come in here, we know we're good. Job will be a good one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 or 5 trains left to go on that one. And then we'll filter out all those. We'll get rid of this line here, and that'll be great. We have got a backlog of trains there, but again, that's going to filter out and fix itself. That's now empty, so I can connect that up properly. Fantastic. We've got 2 more trains coming through that section, and all of this line here can be removed. That's all old. Get rid of that old stuff. There we go. And now what we'll do is we'll have a length of about 12 here. Yeah, about 12. And then we'll just split those lines. That's all it is. It's just going to be a simple split like that. There we go. Now we've only got 2 or 3 more trains before we find out if we need any trains going under this split. Already these trains seem to be doing better. I say seem to be. We've got trains going back along there. Somehow a train managed to get back along here, and it shouldn't need to do that yet. But we've got the last few trains coming through that line now. We've got our first trains coming back? No, it's just a big jam. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? We've got a train stuck. I got rid of some depots and it got stuck. That is bad. Oh, that is bad. Okay, never mind. It's actually helped us out over here. Right, you can see we've got no trains coming into this section now. We can now remove this bit. And this underline here. We don't need that anymore. Which means this piece can be straight. That line can come out. That bit and that land can be fixed. Look at this, isn't it looking so much better already? Now we've got a little bit of a slowdown here because we've still got some of the dis farm coming through onto these platforms, which we don't want in the future. But for now, they're filtering out that way. These trains are now starting to actually shift. There we go. And they're going up there quite nicely. So they're going to start filtering in through those farms. Remember those farms? Those platforms. This is for the new steel. So we're already seeing trains along all the different sections. We have got too many trains in one bit than the other bit. So I need to sort that out. Also, these tunnels here. I think if I just... Oh, get rid of that. If I just expand these and push them this way a little bit, tunnel, that allows us to have signals, and we can leave that where it is. That's not a problem. That works quite nicely. Okay. So apart from this backlog, I've got the opportunity to fix that. It looks like we're doing okay. Trains are starting to come up into the new platform, or they will do soon. We haven't got any depots on the way in. Why didn't I do any depots on the way in? Let's do some double depots. Let's do some here and here. Now, because it's the same station, it doesn't matter which set of platforms they go for those depots, so that's okay. That's all good. Well, folks, it's been a long one, and it's been a little bit of a complicated one, but I've set out what I was trying to achieve. We've added new platforms in, and expanded this, and vastly improved it. It looks relatively complicated, but it is just 4 simple stations stuck together. The complicated bit was allowing the trains to move along the old lines whilst adding the new lines in. There's a little bit of that to clean up here still, like this piece of track. Oh no, this piece of track needs to be removed still. I think all the trains are gone from these depots, so that can all go as well now. So all of this is old and no longer needed. So between now and next time, all I will do is remove the old and no longer needed stuff. And next time we will put in the farm hub and the steel hub and connect them up to our brand new station. I will see you then. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, leave all your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comments section below. And if you're watching within the first week of this video being released, remember on the 12th of March we've got that OpenTTD viewers game on the Saturday for you to come and either watch or take part in. All the info is on social media and stuff. I will see you soon. For now, that's all from me. Take care.